is a democracy? What has happened to the rule of law? What has happened to our moral principles when such lawlessness and immorality can occur and continue with absolutely no accountability? Some people talk about winning or losing the so-called war on terror, as if we could ever win by creating so much hatred and bitterness throughout much of the world, by committing these atrocities and militarily occupying a country that posed no security risk to our own nation. But one thing is clear. We, as a nation, have lost so much when we have abandoned, with the complacent acceptance of so many Americans, our moral bearings as a nation. When we have transformed our system of government from a constitutional democracy to a totalitarian human rights abuser, when we have abandoned the moral high road that has been the source of admiration by so many throughout the world, when we have witnessed without any meaningful challenge the assertion of the President that he is not bound by the Constitution, treaty obligations, or laws passed by Congress, and when we have allowed the executive branch without so much as an audible whimper from a spineless Congress to engage in felonious, unconstitutional electronic surveillance of our telephone and email communication. Individually and as a nation. And we will proudly continue to stand tall as patriotic Americans, insisting that our leaders in the executive branch and Congress provide principled, competent, lawful leadership in times of conflict as well as in times of peace. We recognize that the protections of our Constitution and our obligations under treaties are to be honored at all times, and that the deviations from those commitments in times of war or other national emergency can produce extraordinary mischief, particularly by an administration that has made it so clear that it intends to assume unlimited monarchical power without constraint and without accountability. So, let us all, without regard to political partisanship, join together in restoring our democracy, restoring the rule of law, and restoring our nation's moral standing on history's. And let us never be silenced. Let us always stand against wrongdoing. And let us exercise our moral agency in every way we can to build a safer, more peaceful, compassionate world together.
South Side. Thank you all so much for standing up for what you believe in. See you soon.